Texas 95.7, the Armadillo, Craig Vahun in the studio. It's WRCA time. I feel like it's almost like baseball season just kicked off here last week, and now it's WRCA season. Lehman Wall from WRCA is here.
Greetings.
Back in the studio again, and Casey.
Well, hello, Craig. If tomorrow never comes,
That's right.
It came, and here we are.
Cut her off.
Not yet.
We had a meeting about
Not
this,
yet. You don't bring the hook out yet.
They had such a meeting about me, they put a squirrel bobblehead by me.
Now let it be known that you put the squirrel bobblehead.
That's right.
I can't even say that.
That's right.
Squirrel bobblehead.
Easy for me to say.
I like him.
We're excited, man. We haven't seen you in a while as
Yeah,
far
it's
as
been-
radio goes, so this will be fun.
Because we end in November, and so we get like 5 months, only about 4 months off.
Seems
really.
like yesterday.
December, January, February, March, just 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
April kicks off again. So
Yeah, start telling folks about all the good stuff going on. We're excited.
how many rodeos this year?
We're going to have 20 sanctioned ranch rodeos.
Is that about normal? Is that what we
is.
had last year too?
It is. We can take up to 24, not to get into the weeds, but we can sanction up to 24 because of the limit at the facility here.
Right.
You can only run so many, to keep the time limit down.
Yeah.
And so we're strategic with adding those other rodeos in. And the one we're going to talk about today is kind of one of those.
Yeah.
It's a new second year for us out in Wickenburg, Arizona, in conjunction with the Arizona Cowpunchers.
No. Where is say using Phoenix as our dot on the map? Where is Wickenburg? North, south
Casey?
of that?
I'm in the weeds with my squirrel.
You don't ask questions that
You
we
guys
don't
kill
know the
time.
answers
I
to.
will Google the.
All my Arizona friends, sorry, I don't know exactly.
Google. I told him
I
I wouldn't ask
believe
him.
Wickenburg
just
is
to the north and west of Phoenix.
Okay, well,
And it
I was
doesn't look
gonna
that far,
say south, but
You're supposed to say that's exactly what I was going to
Yeah.
say, Craig.
it's right about there.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, good.
It was 82 degrees there. And Gary Morton, our director that went, came home and it was 15 degrees. So Arizona's standing up to their name as the nice vacation spot for the...
And it's just about an hour from Phoenix. So that actually would be a nice, little 3-day, take Friday or Monday off, a little 3-day getaway.
One place and get sunburnt and then come home and get frostbite. Sounds like a perfect plan to me.
Mm-hmm. Through Phoenix, though, you go out there, you end up getting into some mountains and stuff after you get out of Phoenix. So it's
Some of the best ranches there are in Arizona. I mean, that country's rough and historical, and it's pretty good cowboys there.
Now, of the ranches that did enter, were most Arizona were they that region, or did anybody drive from far to get there? Do you know?
Yes.
Well, the format for getting in Arizona with the rodeo is that you have Arizona ranches competing.
I got you. Okay.
And so everybody that was there had Arizona country. Now, one little interesting tidbit to that, there's a ranch out in New Mexico that has land and a ranch in Arizona. And so they were allowed to enter that rodeo because they had Arizona country.
Okay.
And so, everybody that competes up there is kind of native, I guess you could say. Right, Casey?
Yeah,
It'd be
the
the way.
big historical ranch, ORO, is up there. That dates back to some history times.
That's cool.
And
You got to really want ranch, I imagine, to get into that warm area of Arizona. I guess that's why part of also strategically why it's first is because it's still in the 80s and not in the hundreds.
well, now that he brings it up, that could be an attribute to it.
Yeah.
Well, I do like that big word. Thank you.
Attribute. We
I
need to
didn't
get her a
even
bell.
I didn't even butcher it up.
Don't make our listeners have to get Wikipedia to
right.
figure out what we're saying.
I don't know.
Is that
It's
2 T's?
Wikipedia tell you that I don't know
Is it
what I'm
Pebble
talking
or
about.
is it?
Yeah, well, I get them mixed up. It's a Casey thesaurus. My words count.
Oh
in my
man,
head.
I tell you what, we've missed this so much.
That's right.
Well, I didn't.
You did.
Speaking of, before I forget, WRCA has a YouTube channel, and they've uploaded all those last year onto the YouTube channel. So if you did miss any of those are now on YouTube. If you get on YouTube, just search WRCA or WRCA Rodeo, and they do have a channel. I subscribed to myself here just a second ago because I didn't realize Peyton had done all that work and got all those uploaded. So
Yeah.
I felt bad for her. She had to listen to our voices
Oh, my
for
goodness.
hours upon hours,
Oh, my
and
goodness.
she was.
She can write a dictionary for all of the terminology.
Yeah,
and
that's what we should. Yeah,
with the Caseyisms.
Yeah, some kind of little glossary kind of thing.
And what was it? The turkey call.
Yeah.
Are we going to see the turkey
you
call
will
back?
see a turkey call,
this year?
but April is turkey season in New Mexico, so therefore I'll bring it out at that time.
There we go.
I don't want to get all you toms in a fit if I start clucking right now.
Wait, nobody needs
Nobody
that.
wants to know
Nobody
who
needs
is
that.
in squirrel moments. You are.
So how was this first one? Good results. Anything crazy happen? Anybody break any records or anything like that?
Well, it's very typical. You remember last year we talked about how consistency is really the name of the game. And there was a ranch that won 3 of the 5 events, did not win the rodeo.
Oh, no.
The team that won the rodeo was consistent all throughout, second and thirds, etc. And so it just holds true. Talked to the second place team, and they were just beside themselves. One little bobble, one little mistake, in one event, boom, they second place. So it's a tough competition. As all of them said, you're just riding against great cowboys, and they're handy, they're mounted well, and it's just a tough overall competition.
So how was it? Who did what? We're going to get somebody on the phone here in a few.
Yeah, we're going to get Logan Anderson with Muleshoe and Overson Ranches. They're out of Kirkland and Wiki. Now, I got to get him to tell me how to say that. Wickiup? Wickiup. Kirkland and Wickiup, Arizona. Muleshoe and Overson Ranches. Logan Anderson, Noel Tyree, Logan Westcott, and Charles Westcott were the winning. And they'll get that invitation and be here in Amarillo in November for everybody to watch them at the World Championship.
Welcome back, Logan.
Heck yeah.
That's pretty good. That second place team, that Rail 3 Ranch and J.O. Bar, members of that team have been with us before on several other ranches.
Oh, cool.
Different ranches. The Valdez family are true supporters of us and have been. That'd be Bobby and his wife and their kids. Miles DeWitt, same thing. His family are big supporters of the foundation and association, and so is Shad Beebe and his family. And so welcome aboard, Manuel, Marietta. And
didn't you say you went to college?
I actually, when I was in Douglas, Arizona, he was actually on the rodeo team. Craig's like, why are we getting in the weeds again?
No. I looked over and I thought he was putting a period at the end of that sentence. Didn't you say you went to college?
No, college with.
Well,
Manuel.
I'm so slow, and
thought they're
that
throwing
I
darts
actually
already.
was like, yeah, well, if you didn't go to A&M, then no one else, there is no period at the end of anything.
I did not pull that punch. I was.
So I'm used to it by now. Thank you.
Oh, you want to get him on the phone, or you want to go over more results first?
Let's run through the rest of the results real fast, just to tell everybody. So first place again, Muleshoe, Overson Ranches. Second place, as Casey said, was Rail 3 and J.O. Bar. Then we had a tie, actually, for third place. That's kind of a unique thing that happened. But Creekstone Ranches out of Santa Rosa, New Mexico, and Morristown, Arizona, they were tied with Campwood Cattle and Kelton Ranch out of Prescott and Mayer, Arizona. So congrats to all those guys. The individual stuff, we always give out the team awards, but then there's some individual stuff that happens. And thanks to AQHA for sponsoring our Top Horse Award. And Mr. Shad Beebe riding Spikewood, really nice bay gelding. He's actually won Top Horse at the WRCA World Championship before.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So nice pony. Top hand went to Logan Westcott with Muleshoe Overson. And thanks to Wrangler Jeans and Shirts for sponsoring our Top Hand of the Week award. And those are 2 good hands, Casey. 2 good hands.
Well, the whole, that ranch had to be tough to judge top hand, top horse at. Seriously, I wouldn't want that duty at all. That's a tough rodeo. Tough country.
Muleshoe Overson then has 2 different Logans too, huh? On the team there, I guess.
Very good, Craig.
We're gonna call Logan Anderson.
There wasn't a period after that either. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, well let's give Logan a call here. We'll get his take. All right, here we go. On the phone, we got Logan Anderson. Logan, how are you, man? First of all, let me ask you the question everybody wants to know. How's the weather out there?
Oh, it's pretty good. It's about 70 degrees.
Perfect.
Not too cold yet or anymore, so it's pretty good.
What's cold to you, Logan?
Well, 20s.
Okay. Just checking. I didn't know if people out in Arizona were walking around with heavy coats on when it drops to 50.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
So, Logan, he brought that up because when Gary left, it was like 82 there. When he got back to New Mexico, it was 15.
No.
So he was telling us about it.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the win, man.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
So we were telling the folks before we got you on just about the results and all that, and you and I hadn't visited about this, but one of the things that we notice a lot of times looking into the scores and times is consistency across the board really ends up in your favor. And, we talked, the second place team won 3 of the 5 events, but because of those little mishaps or whatever that happened, they didn't get any points or didn't do very well in the other 2. Where you guys, with Muleshoe Overson, y'all just look to be steady, consistent all the way through. Maybe tell folks that are listening, do you have a strategy when you go at this deal? Is that what you're trying to do, or how do y'all prepare your mindset to go into one of these deals?
I think, I think we want to be consistent, but at the same time, I think, we're trying to win every event, but I guess you mess up in some and then try to overcome and do better on the other events. But they won 3 of the events, and then we were second on those 3 events that we were behind them. So I guess it kept us just where they would go ahead, a point ahead of us. We were right there, and then where we did take a event or be ahead of them on a couple other events. I guess yes, just being consistent on that, just getting times and enough times, I guess, to place. It did pay out.
Well, I'll tell you this. I might have been to a few rodeos before, but a point and a half, they were on your tail, man. They were.
For sure.
Everybody's pretty consistent on that, and it's just like anything. You'd rather lose by 50 than, a point and a half. Just in my my opinion on that. So, good job to everybody, because that was that's tough. That's tough.
For sure.
So you have a kind of a unique situation, and we want to talk a little bit about the organization that kind of is the backbone of this rodeo you guys are doing, and Arizona Cowpunchers. You're the president of that organization right now. Just tell everybody a little bit about that organization and what y'all are about.
Well, the Arizona Cowpunchers is an association started 30-some years ago, and it's for the cowpunchers in Arizona, all the members, for the families and the people that work on the ranches here to be members of. And it's really went from being more ranch type people to, I guess, people that do work on ranches and own ranches, but a different environment, I guess, with people. I guess just the way, but anyways, the Cowpunchers has a couple rodeos a year, and we have our big one in June and August, or in June in Williams, and then we have our spring rodeo in Bronx, and that's where we put this WRCA rodeo in conjunction with it. The Cowpunchers, there's a lot of open events, but there's wild horse race, the Bronx riding, the cow milking, and a couple other kind of roping events, but just trying to have a rodeo for the cowpuncher people of Arizona. keep it going. But it's a really neat deal, and it's a big deal. I think there's like 900 members of the association now, so it's grown, and it continues. It seems like to get bigger and bigger.
Hey, Logan, that Arizona Cowpunchers, we really, WRCA as a whole really looks up to you guys, and with collaborating, Craig, I'm not sure if you realize this, but Arizona Cowpunchers is like a reunion, basically. It's like old home week for everyone to get together. And they want it's the camaraderie and the tradition and heritage of the working ranch cowboy and cowpunchers. So WRCA prides themselves to be friends and family with Arizona Cowpunchers. And I'm pretty sure I can reach out there and say Cowpunchers are pretty cool with being friends with WRCA.
Yeah.
We run very parallel with different things. They have a crisis fund. They do a lot for their cowboys. We stay in communication with that organization when something comes up. And I just want to give a hats out to how cool that is. And we consider you guys our extended family with the longevity and history you guys have. There's some awesome members that are involved with that have so much history. Actually, one of the members was here and was a part of our Legends panel this year. And it's just really cool to be able to have that connection with those folks. Yeah. So hats off to all those Arizona guys.
For your support and help, too.
You know, another thing to go along with that is the reason, well, I don't know to say the reason, but you guys named this rodeo when you started it the Lowell Goemmer Memorial. What's the relevance there? Maybe tell some of the listeners kind of how that came about.
Sean Goemmer is a board member for the WRCA, as you guys know. His dad passed away a little over a year ago. And anyways, I got with Sean and trying to get this rodeo going, and we had a spot where we could fit it in, you know, on the week or the Friday before the spring rodeo down there in Wickenburg. And anyways, John's family has a ranch in Nevada and New Mexico, and then they have a place in Arizona as well. And Sean's mom really wanted to, you know, to support it. And so anyways, we were, you know, trying to get this rodeo together, and I asked Sean if we could, you know, use his dad and make this the memorial rodeo for their family and for his dad, you know. And anyways, that's how that came about. Lowell was a long time, you know, cattleman in Arizona and New Mexico, and we're happy and honored to be able to do that for him and his family.
Us too, and that's that part of heritage and tradition that we try to honor. You know, the working ranch cowboy and the ranch owners. If people just open up a history book or Google something and tie in Arizona ranches, you're going to see a lot of history there and people that are going to sound familiar. I think it's extremely, extremely important to us about that longevity of that. So we're all a good team. Mm-hmm. And without burning sage and having a moment of tears, I'm just going to let us keep talking about rodeo because they hate it when I go off on my tangents. But there's a lot of pride that goes into it.
Absolutely. What we're all about here at WRCA, preserving the history and heritage of the working ranch cowboy, promoting that lifestyle, you know, around the world. It mirrors what an organization like Arizona Cowpunchers is doing. Yeah, you know, it's exactly mirrored. Trying to tell your story and keep it alive and pass it to your kids, and it what a cool thing to be a part of.
They were good footprints to follow, and I believe the board would agree with that.
Mm-hmm. So, Logan, another thing I want to get into, you with Muleshoe, you were with another ranch last year when you qualified to come down here. So you've had that experience recently of coming to Amarillo and being a part of the World Championship. For the other side of the card that you're with this time on the Overson side, guys that have not made the trip, what have you told them, or are they already thinking about coming to Amarillo for the World Championship?
Oh yeah, everybody's excited, and you know, Logan was with us last year on that team, so he's I mean, he kind of knows what to expect. But anyways, the other two guys, the one works for me, and then Chalk, Logan's brother, works with him, and
Chalk.
I don't know, they're both they're handy, so I mean I don't, there's nothing fret about too much. I mean, I don't know, they might get a little nervous, as of everybody probably does, but I know I do. But I don't know. I'm not a real good prep talker on getting people together, on getting stuff ready. So I don't know. I think they're ready anyways.
You don't do a locker room speech before you go compete?
Well, the thing, it is what it is. May your loops go, boys. Let's go give them heck.
Do your dang job.
Right.
Well, trying to get words out of these guys. Like Chalk, I mean, he's just so talkative. And you tell him I said hi, by the way, please.
I'll tell him.
Well, we're glad to have you back down to the World Championship in November, and looking forward to meeting the other fellas. And you need anything, be sure and let us know.
Okay, we're excited, and that deal's so awesome. We're happy that we're going to be able to come back and be involved again. And thank you guys.
No, thank you. And it was funny one day. I can't remember what day it was. I walked into the heritage room. I mean, in the hospitality room, and all those Arizona kids were in there having school. I sat down and probably took a nap with them. They were all playing. Everyone was having a good time. And so it's going to be cool to see those kiddos again and see see your better halves, which are the bosses, your wives. They are cool, by the way. So let's just give a shout out to them because they're the ones that make it happen. So
for sure.
Be good.
Let me throw out their azcowpunchers.com. They do have a website, so if people want to go check it out.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Logan.
And be sure and tell Logan Westcott congratulations on his Top Hand Award for us.
Okay, I will. Tell him.
We'll look forward to seeing you here in November, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Logan. We won't do this to you again, I promise.
Okay. Sounds good.
Adios.
Take care.
Have a good day.
Yep, you too.
And November, we'll be here before you know it, right, guys?
Oh my God!
We're looking. Heck yeah, bring it on. We're ready.
I'm trying to get them to let me put a countdown on their webpage. They want nothing to do with me putting a countdown on the WRCA.
I am just saying, me neither.
Casey and Lehman look at me every time I bring it up like, yeah, Craig.
Lehman's probably for it. I'm like, I don't need to be reminded.
The internal clock is already going anyway, so whether it's visual, it doesn't matter. It
I have
ticks
Angela,
away at me every day.
Angela from the fair they've got a counter on theirs, and it's just funny how you see 230 days, and the next thing you know, it's like 2 weeks, and it's like,
Well, we don't like birthdays, right? And so we already have that clock ticking. And then you add birthday. I mean, no one likes to know that.
What is the date this year? Give us the official. We haven't even talked about it yet.
November
25th.
Casey.
Oh, sorry.
November 7th through the 10th.
Is that earlier?
2019.
One day earlier.
Is it? Okay. It's still that first week?
Yeah, it's
For some reason, I was
always
thinking it
gonna
was
be that first week.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking it was later. Maybe I'm thinking of Thanksgiving. You do get it in before the holidays, which is always a great idea.
Yes.
The same things that we talked about last year, we need to just go ahead and start plugging now. Okay. Number one, tickets go on sale June 1.
You don't have to pull over and write this down unless you feel like you need to.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah, we're going to say it every time. And you can always go to WRCA.org. You can check us out on the mobile app that we've got. Just look for the WRCA in your app store. Download that. It'll keep you updated. Follow us on social media. But some stuff you just need to have on your mind. Tickets go on sale June 1. And then the hotels. So last year we started telling the public about our hotel situation. We have a hotel booking site that you can access off of our website. Very important that you go through that portal to book your rooms. It'll give you the best rates in town at the best hotels. And your rooms are guaranteed with that hotel if you go through the booking service. I'll tell you, there were some folks last year that did not listen to the instructions. And they called the hotels directly, and they ended up and had to move their rooms because the obligation the hotel has is to that booking block first. So don't test it. Don't get yourself in a pickle. Go through the hotel booking service and use that tool. Plus, you can shop around and find the best spot for you and your family, and we encourage you to do that.
Well, if I go through a portal, make it sound like it's Star Wars. I mean... Sorry. Squirrel moment. I'm going to walk through this portal.
And people should get on to WRCA.org anyway, because I saw the first thing I saw this time was help support the American cowboy and his family. Donate to the WRCA Foundation today. The first thing you see right now. Of course, tickets aren't on sale for the championships or anything else. If you missed all this nuttiness last year, I think next week we'll probably focus more on the foundation because the next rodeo isn't until the 26th, 27th. So tell us a little bit about the foundation, though.
It's the whole backbone. So, Casey,
yes, I'm
jump
here.
Jump on and jump in.
That was Casey's cue.
The segue, as it's called.
I was walking through the portal. I was a supermodel and saw these bright colors, and they had to pull me out. Yeah. We actually have been pretty busy on the side of the foundation. Last week we gave 38 not new scholarships, but 38 scholarships. Directors were busy making those picks, and those I'm not going to give you who those were yet because we're in the process of still contacting those families. Oh, cool. So you'll look forward to that. I'll come next week with the winners of all that. But let's just say it was a very, very good group of kids from all over the United States. And Foundation also would like to extend our thoughts. I mean, gosh, Nebraska and the West and Midwest are just getting hammered. The middle of the United States and Midwest with the flooding. And I don't know why Mother Nature can be so... She's our best friend or she's our worst enemy. And she's kind of in a mood swing right now. And she put a real big hit on that country, and we're aware of it. And it just kind of breaks my heart that they're having to go through that. March is a horrible time to have to go through something like that. And it happens, but unfortunately it's never at a good time. So the foundation has got our plates full, but our hearts are full too. And it's just about it, really. And I don't see how many times I can say "and." That might be something you can catch, Craig.
No, I'm going to leave him in there. I'm staring at the website, WRCA.org, and as you scroll down to the news stories, learning the rules of the road, WRCA Foundation welcomes Kim Miller to the board of directors. Yes. Cow farts. Let's get some facts straight. And so as soon as you guys leave, you know where I'm clicking, right? It's not on Kim. It's not on...
Poor Kim.
I'm going straight to Bob's article.
So being Kim is one of our new bosses, right? And now we're going to lead into that. I have nothing to do with it.
Sorry, Kim. I'm skipping you. I got to... I'm still a 12-year-old at heart. So you said the word farts. It's in plain...
I could bring that sound next week.
Yes, let's bring a whoopee cushion.
Yes. Actually, there's some families out there that I've gifted whoopee cushions to.
Oh, my goodness. I used to have some around here. When coworkers would bring their kids, I'd always send them home with a whoopee cushion.
It's a smart idea.
Now, you mentioned, and thank you for checking out the website. Look at you. You're all prepared and stuff.
I've got the app, too. You want to see my score?
I would love for you to display that app to folks. But, yeah, I mean, we're in all those spaces. So if you're curious what's going on, you want to know more about us.
Outside of this madness today.
Outside of what we're trying to tell you on the radio, just go follow us, check us out. We've always got all sorts of stuff going on. You mentioned the new board member. Mm-hmm. That's something we tell everybody a little bit about. We do have two boards. The association has a board of directors, and the foundation has a board of directors. Both of those have invited in one new board member this year. So Kim Miller from New Mexico. Yes, you're going to see a pattern here.
No.
She's joined us. We're so excited. What a wonderful young lady. Her and her family, good supporters of the ranching industry. And heck, maybe we could actually do an interview with her sometime.
Yeah,
we get her on the phone.
I would like to get her side because we're making it sound like he's making it sound like we're the New Mexico Mafia or something. And that's not it. Well, because Grant
that will be a running thing for all the way through November. So
yeah. Well, see, the new association board member we brought on, Grant Mitchell, that works for Singleton Ranches. Guess what?
Where's he
is also from the wonderful state of New Mexico. So
But isn't it amazing? Now you wonder why I am so slow in processing my stuff. I'm in the land of the manana, baby. It's tomorrow will come. Everything will be okay.
Two good folks, though. We're joking around a little bit, but I mean, our board of directors are all volunteer. Obviously, they're from all over. They give such amount of their time and energy, and we're just blessed to have good people. Good people.
Kim went to college. You know where she went to college at? You happen to know? I do. It's in her little bio.
What? Well, didn't she grow up just right next door in Adrian?
Down the road in Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm. Or Claude. Is she from Claude?
I don't know. I missed that
Come
part.
on, it's in the bio.
Is it in the bio, too?
Jeez, you're trying to stump us up. I mean, Craig.
Is that where she's from?
Come on. Yeah, she's a homegrown girl from Amarillo area.
Craig, you just lobbed that one up, and Casey spiked it right back at you.
I know. She sent it right back to me, and I got nothing because I don't see it in the bio on the article.
Well,
is she from Claude?
She's from either Adrian or Claude. So
those are like here and here.
Well, it's still this panhandle area. I live in Amarillo. Where at? 40 miles west. I get my mail at good night. Well, it's not night. Why am I ready to go to sleep yet? I'm not. Oh, you mean good night? Yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm. When we get her on, we're going to ask her.
No, do it. She's very, very cool. And so's Grant. Grant's been with us for years as a team and supporter and with our mission. Both of these individuals are bringing nothing but, powder to our guns. And that's cool. That's really cool. And plus, I get to put up with Lehman.
Hey, your daughter is the...
that hurts, Casey.
The FFA president, the New Mexico FFA president. That's pretty cool. Man.
Heavily involved ranch family, yeah. Good folks. Craig, we've got to thank you, bud, for putting up with us.
I wouldn't miss this for the world.
The ride has started. We're going to make this thing happen. Let's make sure to talk about our sponsors just a little bit.
Yes, please.
Just as a reminder, Bud Light, my goodness, from day one, that organization and that company and their people have been right there with us, supporting our mission at every turn. So thanks to Bud Light and the Budweiser Distributing of Amarillo, no corn syrup. Appreciate all their support. AQHA and Wrangler for doing our Top Hand, Top Horse awards. And Titan Fuel Tanks. You might remember we started talking about them last year. Yep. They're kind of helping us with making this radio thing possible.
Oh, cool.
And are presenting each of our Sanctuary Rodeo results each week. So thanks to Titan Fuel Tanks. If you guys are out there and you need any one of those types of products, just please go support those companies. Mm-hmm. They're giving back to support our way of life, and it's always good to support them by just buying that product when you can.
You can find them also on the website. Those and a whole bunch more of great sponsors. WRCA.org. You click sponsors at the top. You'll see a whole bunch.
Sorry, we're a little bit rusty today. It's been a few days.
It'll get smoother right in October, I think, is when we we hit our stride.
We'll hit our stride about October 5th.
No, actually, I get mine on after championship. I want to talk to everybody.
Oh, it's good catching up with you guys. We'll talk again next week. We'll have somebody on talking more about the foundation here for a couple weeks, which is always fun to kind of get those stories. So we'll do that over the next couple of weeks. Appreciate it. Oh, and check it out on YouTube. Peyton's been doing a great job. She's uploading them. Just jump onto youtube.com, search WRCA, and subscribe to the page. And so if you miss these, you can go back and fast forward them that way.
Did I hear a rumor that Craig did outtakes of all my stupidity from last year? I did.
Well, I think we were all ended up being featured in there at some point.
Oh my gosh. Let's put that in the vault.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I think I'm really smart, and I don't need that to take me down a notch.
Right. Appreciate you guys.